We often don't think about the naturally occurring phenomenon that is recurrent on our Earth due to it not immediately affecting us. However, there are other parts of the world where earthquakes and volcanoes occur continuously. For example, on June 4th, 2011, residents of Chile observed a massive volcanic eruption that sent a large cloud of ash 5 kilometers into the sky, even after this particular volcano had been dormant for 51 years. But why did this happen? Well, Chile happens to sit right on top of a subduction zone where the Nazca Oceanic Plate dives right under the South American continental plate. Fortunately for Chile, and because those immediately affected lived in rural areas, there were no reported deaths or injuries. Nonetheless, such a disaster calls for unwanted action. Initially, 600 people were evacuated. That number climbed to upwards of 3,000 once officials realized just how much the wind was carrying the ash. And this cloud of ash actually affected almost the entire southern hemisphere. Just to get an idea of how potent this volcano was and just how much damage can potentially be done, this cloud of ash circled around the Earth in a matter of days. For example, Australia, New Zealand, and much of South America reported that they had to suspend all airline travel. This yielded a huge negative economic impact, costing countries millions of dollars. The ash also affected wildlife and livestock. Chile's Nilue River was greatly contaminated by the ash, causing the death of an estimated 4.5 million fish, which also affected fish farming, affecting the economy. Cattle, sheep, and horses received fluoride intoxication, also affecting rural residents' livestock economy. Additionally, forests and its inhabitants, such as deer and other organisms, were also affected by this intoxication. Infrastructure wasn't really damaged in this case, especially because most of the volcano's output was ash, not lava. I'm not sure just how prepared the Chilean government was for this natural disaster, although, like previously mentioned, they were able to evacuate residents on time. However, an unpredictable disaster such as this one can catch a population by surprise, especially if it's been inactive for 51 years. I believe it is important to never underestimate the potency of phenomena which we humans have no control over. One must be prepared at all times.